What's up guys, Barry Game here, back with some more AFK Journey, and what you're gonna see here is what we call a whale account. It's actually my own account to kind of highlight what we play with, what we've been testing with, and I want to take a minute to say, please don't do this. Pretty please. Don't spend this type of money, especially if you don't have the disposable income to do it, to try to chase leaderboards, try to chase other players. I've played hundreds of gachas nowadays, and most of them you feel the regret quite often after you spend a large sum of money. Now, we talked about this right when the game first started. Please set yourself a budget, spend within your means, don't go crazy, because once you spend once, you're probably going to want to spend again and again and again and again, and it's a deadly path that goes down there. I've seen plenty of players quit games because they've literally gone tens of thousands of dollars in debt. So please, you want to live vicariously through our accounts and accounts we show you, that is awesome. We will show you guys what the end game looks like, what certain heroes play like, and then you guys can decide what heroes you build free to play, low spender, and use that information that we get by building all these heroes to play smart on your own account. So once again, PSA leading up to the Song of Strife season, don't go crazy on spending. Spend within your means. We make content on this. It's like a tax write-off for us as well. So please, pretty please, don't make the mistake of going down the gambling gacha hole. But hit that subscribe button to see someone else do it and hopefully learn from their mistakes. Let's get going. So here's essentially what you guys are looking at here. So this is the account we have. We have a lot of these heroes here in the exclusive 5 to 10 range, one at 15. I'm kind of saving to figure out what we want to do. Merrily and Corn up there at plus 10. We got a bunch of them at plus 5 for PvP in certain game modes. And you guys can see we're not heavily invested into any one hero really. I mean, Odie going up to plus 10 is cool. 15 is even better, and most of our heroes are sitting at plus 5 because, well, when you spend this much, you actually end up getting a ton, and I mean a ton, of these title essence. Now, we're saving the rest up for, of course, potential heroes next week, but you can also see how many extra copies we have and what we're sitting on. We're sitting on 88,000 diamonds, we're sitting on 66 rate up invite letters, and even some additional stellar crystals and things like that. So if you want to see what it takes to get to 28 million power, that's what we're talking about. Our residence level is 306, and let's talk about the important thing here, because this is kind of like a spending advisor. We're 41 days into this event, and to be honest, man, I get bored of this account. So it's a big PSA. Don't go crazy on the spending. We are in fact a VIP 13. If you want to know the ballpark, it's like 20 points per dollar, so we're sitting around the $3,000 mark. That's how much we spent on this game. But again, remember, I'm a content creator. I can write these off on the taxes. We also generate income off of this. If you're someone regular, it can be a little scary. I mean, we are getting awfully close to VIP 14 even, where you get the guild raiment, you get some other things like a tail, or gilded tail and all that fun stuff. So just so you know, this is essentially what we are sitting at here. VIP 13. It's absolutely crazy. And yeah, pretty much what that has done for us is arena. We usually stay in like the top 30-ish, basically because I don't really focus on PvP. We are completely done with all of the legend trials. We were been done for a very long time in the normal grind we have here. As far as Trial of the Abyss, I haven't like actively pushed too hard on this. We're at floor 286. We could definitely be further. We could probably be closer to like level 300-ish in the top 20. I just kind of sometimes get bored of it, so I just kind of drop it. I'll be like, I'll come back later, because of course you get stellar crystals, but at this point I don't really care to build more than the 2 hypogen and celestials that we have. Like we literally just have 2 right now. Both of them are in fact at Mythic Plus, so they have their exclusive weapon at level 10. Yeah, it feels cool. Burial, I feel like, was a complete waste of money, to be honest. If I had to spend again, I would only get Rainier. Man, I didn't realize you could actually scroll like this on your PC. That's actually pretty sweet. It's actually really cool. Anyway, Rainier, I feel like definitely was worth it because of his ability to increase the damage taken on bosses by 25%. That is huge. But beyond that, it's like, I really don't think this was worth spending the money on at the time being. Maybe it will once the new season starts and we actually have content to push, but literally spending an AFK journey right now is just like a sprint to the finish line, and then everybody's standing at the finish line just shaking hands with each other. That's kind of what it feels like. Now, there are, of course, a couple other things. We have Arcane Labyrinth fully cleared out through 15. Wait, no, we haven't. I haven't even done it, so we even have more epic invites to have. I just have not done that. And I will say the one thing that the spending has done is it's pushed us from like the top 20 in a lot of these bosses to the top 10. Now, I would say Necro Draken is the one that I can get in the top 10 just about every single time, and that's because I have like the optimal team pretty much for this boss. You're not running any healers, you're running Merrily and Corrin with their exclusives. You're also running Tamisia with her exclusive that lets her heal as well, which is really good. Kruger can last the entire battle as well, which is really, really good. I don't even use him like with the shield, which might actually give him a little better survivability. Actually, you know what? It might actually. I haven't tested it in a while. This might give him just a little bit of defense he needs for us to push our damage just a little bit more. And of course, we pretty much have every single one of these artifacts maxed out to level 10. I don't think there's a single one that we don't have maxed out. We have them all unlocked. And again, spending got us those artifacts faster, which gave us more progression. Was it necessary? Absolutely not. You can get all of this stuff completely for free. Again, pushing early on in PvP was a big help for things like Tidal Essence and such, and the more premium EX 10 to 15 or 5 to 15 ones. But yeah, this is what it gets you essentially. It gets you higher on the rankings, which of course does generate more resources than being a free to play at the lower. So there is going to be that gap that slowly expands out. But if I had to do it again, I kind of wish I started on day one on my free to play instead of doing it the way I did do it. I know it sounds weird because like you think, no, of course it's more fun playing with all these different heroes, but it's almost like when you have your whole build and your whole pieces set up, it gets a little boring because one of the most fun things is like the adventure of getting to that end point where you can actually enjoy the stuff. It's like sometimes when you swipe, it may look good and it might feel good in the moment, but then it gets to a point where it just feels a little bit lacking. So you can see we have a lot of the key support heroes leveled up quite far. We did make a couple mistakes with like Antandra and Lucius early on. I didn't really go for PvP type heroes just yet. I didn't even go for Vala just yet. So there's a lot of things that could have been done even better. But I wanted to show you guys what that meant for us. We have, of course, done the entire world. Everything is unlocked 100% on everything because, well, if you're not there, just get it done. It's free rewards. That's kind of where we're at. So please just let this be a PSA. There's really no need to go this crazy on spending. If I could do it again, I'd probably be a light spender. I'd get all the passes, the travel log, the monthly cards, any of the special pop-ups that seem like a very good value, things like that. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to spend much more on this account. I might just let this account coast because what I wanted to do, and we'll see if we do it here later this week, I wanted to make a Mauler meme team where we see how far we can make it only using the really popular Mauler heroes. And of course, we do have a couple Mauler heroes coming out in the next week with the season of Song of Strife. And it'll be interesting to see if we don't use any of the normal meta teams and we try to build our own team. Spend a little bit, do like the monthly cards and everything, and see what happens. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Please don't do what we've done here. It's way too much money to spend on a game. Trust me, it's just not worth it. And I'll see you guys next time.